fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live for Whitaker, Cameron, two times. And I have an important update. I will let people come on. I will let the chat load because I have a lot to say in a short amount of time. Okay. I was alerted from this fight happening. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when. And when I knew when, now, um, unfortunately, I won't be able to watch the fight because it's on BT, Sky Sports. We don't have Sky Sports in America, so I won't be able to cover it live, which I'm bummed out about. So, um, as soon as I get some footage, as soon as I get the update, I can do the breakdown, but I can't do it live, unfortunately. So that sucks. You know, Cameron, I think, he was suckered into taking a 10-round fight, but he's taking the 10-round fight because, 10 rounds is better than no rounds. Ash Bar, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm actually, I was going to do this after church, but I have to, upset. Yeah. Bright double A. Upset is an upset. Find a stream for yourself, boss, and watch it. I'm looking forward to the fight. They paid him extra for the era. Ah, okay. Well, that's good. So at least he got paid more to do less, right? So instead of the 12 rounds that those 2 rounds it probably would have took to stop Whitaker. Whitaker has 10. But the good thing is, at least they know where their cap is. At least they know where their cap is because, a lot of times they have a performance cap for fighters, and at least they know it. More money, less work. Yeah, yeah. They paid him more to do less. I just think he has to do more in a short amount of time, and I think the whole thing was for Whitaker. He was running out of gas. Okay, that was the whole point. He was running out of gas, and I think, they spent a lot of time with strength and conditioning for Whitaker. Looked like that cat from New York Undercover. Michael DeLorenzo. So that's the only person I can think about because you're not talking about Malik Yoga because I know I don't look like him. Yeah, Michael DeLorenzo. Yeah, I remember that show, man. That was a cool show. Jam and D Judah Incorporated. Look, look, you're telling on yourself because when you say New York Undercover, that show probably was one of the upsets of the '90s, though, because that show was pretty dope, man. That show was like it had everything, and for people that didn't know about like Latin America or the Caribbean or whatnot, you knew it then because you knew they showcased people that were just kind of getting known or whatnot, especially back in those days, like DLG and God, countless other performers. But I remember those. My name Franklin Corey. Pray for me also. Benet Jude. Okay. Um, you know, I was really looking forward to this fight too, man. I'm gonna try to find a live stream because I'm gonna try to do the. And I want to do the live. I want to do the live. The main event at least. Do the main event. Get it in there. He says, "Who are you?" This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. That's who I am. 10 years strong in the game of boxing, doing the same. You know, uh, yeah. I'm still proud to be here. I'm just really bummed out. on the bummed out on not being able to watch the fight because I can't watch. There's nothing to watch it on, you know. So there you go. But Whitaker needed humbling, though. Imagine showing showboating with a journeyman. Well, Dracula, I'll say this. To be fair, in defense of Ben Whitaker, he really didn't showboat in this last fight. He just was, kind of met his match. He met up with a guy with an equal or greater opposition level, than him. So when you're dealing with someone that knows just about as much as you can tell what you can do and when you can't. And I think that takes a little bit of discernment because he didn't do all that. He didn't showboat in the Cameroon fight. Whitaker showed like, look, let me just keep it professional. Even though I still think, he kept his chin up a little bit too high, but there was no showboating. That was just, him trying to put these punches together, and work, throw combinations to the body to open up the head. I feel that he was trying to do the first fight, you know. No, but in all the others, he was. Yeah, he was. But again, if you showboated in 8 out of the 9 fights you've had, and the ninth fight, when you know that's a fight with against someone that is game, and you don't showboat, that shows a lot. You know what I mean? Because if you did that the last 8 fights out of 9 fights, it's a habit of, of course, doing the same thing, which he didn't, which is a good thing because that means he knew not to. He had enough sense, like, look, I'm not going in there and doing all this and, jumping and, going back and looking like the drunken master Emmanuel Augustus because that's exactly who he reminds me of. If you guys remember Emmanuel Augustus, that's who Ben Whitaker reminds me of. He looks like a bigger, lighter version of Emmanuel Augustus. Shout out to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, by the way. That's where the Drunken Master is originally from. So there you go. Did Michael Hunter fight yesterday? I'm not sure, man. And I feel kind of ashamed to say that I don't know because I should know. Jay, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. How's it going today? It's going good, man. I feel good. I feel refreshed. A little hungry. So I think I'm going to go, like the Buc-ee's and get a Southwestern wrap in the building. The Drunken Master is the original. Jay's Fight Talk. Absolutely. Jay's Fight Talk in the building. Who's winning, Prime Roy versus Hagler? Prime Roy. You're not going to beat Roy in his prime, man. I don't think anybody under 175 would have beat Roy in his prime. I just don't think, Matisse Sports TV. I hope I'm saying that right. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Jay's Fight Talk. Prime Roy is weight division. Prime Roy is weight division above. See, Roy, people just forget how good Roy was. Again, people forget so easy. Boxing is so unforgiving. You have okay, you guys remember maybe about 7 years ago. Who was the man 7 years ago? Who was the smallest little dude 7 years ago? Yeah, exactly. Y'all must have forgotten. People forget so easy in the sport of boxing. But let me answer the question for you guys. Matter of fact, let's entertain that. Who was the number 1 best fighter in the world 7 years ago? Do you guys remember who that is? Can anyone tell me? I'm asking you. This is a question. Not Mayweather. No, he wasn't the best pound-for-pound fighter 7 years ago. Edwin Valero would have smoked Floyd. I don't know about that. He would have fought Floyd. I don't know if he would have smoked Floyd. I just know his style would have been very challenging for Floyd, especially the defensive Floyd, not the pretty boy Floyd, because Valero was real similar to Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana, of course, fought Floyd 24 rounds, and then he gave Floyd a lot of issues. He gave Floyd challenge. He gave Floyd problems. So yeah, that actually is a good point. Edwin Valero, God bless the dead, would have gave Floyd problems. The only problem is he couldn't fight in America because he had that motorcycle accident and he could never be cleared by any American physician. Okay. Canelo. No. Mayweather. Did someone say Spatafora? No. Train wrecked. No. John Center of The Rock. You know it's The Rock, bro. What a waste of talent. Yeah. Okay. Spatafora, what a waste of talent. Prime Roy wouldn't beat Usyk. Oos. And Cruiser. That's kind of tough because see, it would be challenging because Roy versus Usyk. Roy had athleticism and he had it out the wazoo, even at cruiserweight. Usyk was a precise fighter that gave you fits with his work rate. The question you ask yourself is, who did Usyk fight that had Roy's talent in that series? Like, who did he beat? Who did he ever fight? Pac-Man, no. Some Ting Wong, how you doing? Doing good. Donkey Monk VR, The Undertaker. Jose Chavez. Roy had a glass jaw. He had a glass jaw eventually. That's what happens when you go up and you go down. Anytime when you fluctuate in weight, that's going to affect everything on you. You know what I mean? So, Jose, when you say he had a glass chin, so did Andy Ruiz. When he got fat, then he got small, remember? And he fought Chris Arreola, and Chris Arreola caught him, chinned him, and he went down. Then he caught him again, and he was like, oh. And he couldn't even understand, like, what's wrong with me? What's going on? What's happening? Andre Ward. Who else? That's actually true. Andre Ward was considered one of the best pound for pound. But who was considered one of the best pound for pound fighters 7 years ago? Like, who was it? Who was it? Can someone tell me? Roy lost to Joe, though. He lost to Joe Calzaghe. Are we talking about Calzaghe? Are we talking about the Roy that fought Calzaghe? The Roy that fought Calzaghe was way, way, way past his prime. I mean, knocked out 3, 4, 5 times. Come on now. Got any excuses, Roy? Got any excuses today? No, it's got any excuses today, Roy? Terrence Crawford. No. 7 years ago, I'm going to tell you who was the best fighter because all you guys are getting it wrong. It was Roman Gonzalez. Chocolatito Gonzalez was the best pound for pound fighter. It was Roman. And people forget him. People don't even talk about him no more. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Chocolatito. As everyone talked about Chocolatito, and needless to say, nobody talks about him to this day. No one talks about Raymond Gonzalez, or Roman Gonzalez, actually. No one talks about Chocolatito. No one mentions him no more, and he was the best pound for pound fighter in the world until he ran up on Run Van Sai, right? Run Van Sai knocked him out. To be honest, I forgot about him completely. Your point is proven correct. See? That's what I'm talking about, Jay. Terrence is the only undisputed C champ that has to prove he is Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? I mean, Terrence is hated by a lot of people. He's hated by a lot of people. He's hated, he was hated by the LGBT. He was hated by all those other black TV stations. He was hated by a lot of Latino stations. He was hated by a lot of people. People did not like Terrence Crawford. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you in the building. Nicholas Walters was good until Loma. Now everybody talks about Naoya Inoue.
I could not say that shit 3 times fast. Facts, I do remember, but Ward was up there. Ward was up there. But see, the thing is, people remember Ward. Why? Because everybody got brainwashed into the Floyd, Mayweather mentality and doctrine. Because see, Andre Ward obeyed the Floyd Mayweather doctrine. He fought, he won, and he never lost, and he retired. So he successfully followed page by page the Mayweather doctrine. That's why people remember. People remember Chocolatito getting knocked out. Bow! He went to sleep. That's what people remember. I hate Canelo. I hope Crawford put him in the hospital. Nah, I mean, if you hate Canelo, just don't watch him. And knew he has a whole country behind him. Yeah, just like Floyd says, you literally need a whole country behind you to be pay-per-view. Roy at 154 to heavyweight. Facts. Yeah. Then, see, that's more to that story, though, Avatar. Avatar, it was 154 to 210 pounds, back to 175. The end. And it sucks because she had no business coming back. You know? That's true. Do you think Andre should have boxed longer? He was very close to the money fights. Was it too soon? Of course it was too soon. He knows it was too soon. Anybody that had what he had to say about Anthony Joshua, like he had to say about him, it was too late. You see, Andre talked about, I would have beat him. COD_OG at YT dot. Happy Easter to you. Andre quit at 32. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I mean, he quit way too early. It was just dumb. Because, I mean, he's just now turning 40. And the thing is, yeah, he cut his career short. He did that. He could have got money fights. I think he thought that he was going to ride the commentary train, which sucked because ESPN cut him, which I totally disagreed with because I liked him on ESPN. You know what I mean? I was happy for him. Like, look, that's what you do. You know, you become a trainer or you become a commentator to get that bag. You know what I mean? Without taking a punch. That's what you do. You know what I mean? But, yeah, he retired way too early. Andre Ward retired. He retired to the point where Kovalev wasn't enough. Keep going. See, what people don't understand about Andre Ward was Andre went to 175. Then he talked about fighting AJ. Remember? Okay, well, there was a lot of other people besides AJ. Let's just say if he would have stayed longer, you would have ran into Bivol. You would have ran into Beterbiev. You would have ran into Yard. You would have ran into a lot of fighters that were there. You know what I'm saying? That were creeping on the come up. See? And Roy, if he would have either stayed at 175, trouble. If he would have went to cruiserweight, trouble. Because then you would have been dealing with the Usyks and the Dorticos and, those big dudes that could smash you and catch you. You think Kovalev did something to you. What about cruiserweight? The Hayes, the Bellews. Think about what I'm saying, people. These weren't fights that couldn't happen. That was in his era. So let me tell you guys something. I know people used to talk about Golovkin not going from 160 to 168 because we all know that Andre Ward was at 168 and he wanted no part of Andre Ward. Andre Ward was faster, bigger, maybe stronger because Golovkin is a strong dude, okay? But point taken. I believe that. I think Golovkin, he went up there to fight Canelo, didn't he? But he didn't do it for Ward. All right. Point taken. I agree. I think Golovkin didn't want that challenge. But you can argue that maybe Andre Ward retired because there was nowhere to go besides either a big money fight with AJ, which who's to say he was going to get because AJ was chasing greatness. AJ wasn't doing freak fights. What did Andre Ward have to offer? The only way Andre Ward had any type of way or opportunity to get to heavyweight was do what Usyk did. then that means you got to go and fight guys like Usyk. Now, don't you? Now, imagine that fight. Imagine Usyk fighting Andre Ward. Ooh. You know what I mean? And you look at Usyk just like looking at Andre Ward in regards to Triple G. So you say, oh, well, you're much bigger than Triple G. You're faster. You're stronger. Well, what is Usyk to you? He's bigger. He's stronger. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So in the same token, yeah, you could have went to cruiserweight as well. So everyone talks about, well, yeah, Triple G, he didn't want none of this. Well, guess what? Did you want some of those guys? Because those guys would have been your match. You know what I mean? And if he wanted to do what Usyk did, he had to do what Usyk did by fighting Usyk. He had to go through Usyk. And who's to say he would have wanted to do that? So it was like, you know what? I'm out. He had about $30 million worth of fights. He probably did. And I love Andre Ward. Don't get me wrong, man. That's SOG. You know what I mean? Like, I think that people, everyone talks about, like, Hebrew Israelites and my brothers in Islam, you know, assalamu alaikum, hamdulillah. But when someone talks about, you know, thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, people just kind of void away from that. And it's like, well, that's also a religion. So, well, why don't you're okay here, but you're not okay here. It's another religion that someone believes and follows. So one thing about Andre Ward, which I dug, was the fact that he was not silent on his beliefs in God or of God, right? So that's one thing I respected about him. He wasn't really this dude you caught out there. He had character. That's why I like Joshua. That's why I liked Usyk, because these dudes weren't, you know, they didn't seem, Usyk, Ward, they didn't seem to be hypocrites. You know what I mean? Like, you see them out drunk, partying, you know, passed out, coming out of a bar, coked up, some craziness like that. They weren't like that. You know what I mean? So they had character about themselves. You know what I'm saying? AJ way too big and powerful for Ward. Well, if he hit Ward, it'd probably break him. He would probably be the end of him, because especially the Joshua that he wanted to fight, the Anthony Joshua that Ward was calling out was that one. Oh yeah, that was that dude. Think about it. If back in that time, 2018, 17, 18, that Joshua just come at you, that straight, that jab, jab, right hand, left hook, uppercuts, pull you behind the head, uppercut. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who Sinai is. Okay. Kurt, Andre is smart. He used the health card like 3 fights was going to kill him or destroy his health. Well, as long as he doesn't go broke, because he's like 40 now, right? 40, 41, Andre is. Andre's my age. He's in my age bracket. Usyk gained 85 pounds. Let's be real. He juicing. He gained 85 pounds from where? From where? From when? Okay, so here's my thing about people that call people juicers. Let's come with some facts. See, that's what gets me. And see, my thing is about Floyd and Manny and all that stuff. You know, everybody, oh, well, you know. But it's like, where's the proof at? You know what I mean? Oh, Usyk, like, did you guys just hear this comment? Oh, he gained 85 pounds. He's juicing. Where? When? And then how long? You know what I mean? A lot of people, you understand, gaining weight is easier than losing it. Facts. Jay, I'm with you, brother. Until proven otherwise. Exactly. Now, the minute something comes out that he popped or he had some kind of adverse finding in his stuff, that's totally different. But until you show me something, people, you got to understand, half my people are from Missouri. That's the show me state. Yeah, that's the show me state. So you saying Usyk's juicing? Come on, bro. Let's stop that shit. Because all it is trying to take away credibility of somebody that he whooped, somebody that you followed, whoever it is, because he kicked a lot of asses on down the way. Yeah. Bellew, Joyce, Joshua, Fury, Chisora, Witherspoon, yeah, Dubois. Yeah, he whooped a lot of asses. So, I mean, I can understand the haterade. So what people try to do is they try to say, oh, well, let's discredit this dude because he beat someone that I liked. We are so sensitive in this sport, bro. We are sensitive as hell in this sport. It's crazy. Please, man, say my name, Isaac. Isaac Altaf. Okay. Show me something. Exactly, Jose. Usyk isn't knocking out dudes to be juicing. Dude is just pure skill. I mean, point taken. I mean, here's the thing. People didn't even believe he belonged there. Let me say that again. People didn't even believe he belonged there. They didn't even believe that he belonged in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? You had two fighters with the same abbreviations, DW and DW. Dillian White and Deontay Wilder were both saying, you know what, he don't belong here. You better stay where you're at. You better stay at cruiserweight. You're going to get hurt up here. Now, needless to say, those are two fighters that, never fought him. But, just to prove my point, they really just didn't respect him there. Usyk don't really KO that many, but he does outskill. Oscar Henao in the building. Hi, Kurt. What's on the menu? Man, I'm going to Buc-ee's, bro. I'm going to Buc-ee's. Usyk is forever proving people wrong. Yeah. Derek, where are you, Derek? Derek! How are you? Derek! Derek! Usyk don't even have the body type of someone on the juice. He just built like a regular dude. He ain't even all cut up either. You know what I mean? He's kind of built like a dude that understand when you're a soccer player, martial artist, you have a certain body style, and your body style is your body is accustomed to extreme sports. Those are extreme sports. So, like unless you're just this ripped person, like who has like a ripped physique, like Evander Holyfield had like a ripped physique, right? And what's Buc-ee's? Was Holyfield juicing? Buc-ee's is a place like it's like the Walmart of gas stations. It's huge, bro. It's got like 300 pumps, stuff like that. I don't feel you. Wouldn't mind seeing Usyk go back down to cruiser and face Apataya. No, Apataya has to come up. It would be stupid for him to go to cruiserweight. That's dumb. Why give him an advantage? And Jai Apataya was talking about going to heavyweight anyway, so why would he go down to cruiserweight if Jai Apataya is coming, the younger guy talking about going up? Oh, yeah, I would like to see it. Okay, let's see. Yes, Holyfield was juicing. I wasn't going to say that, man. I wasn't going to talk about Holyfield like that. Kurt, I feel bad for Parker. He deserves that Usyk fight. Yeah, he may get some fight. It won't be Usyk, though. It sucks. It's the sport that we love, that we hate so much. Usyk said that he eats his way to heavyweight, and it's difficult for him to keep that weight. Okay. Well, looking at his body style, you can tell. I mean, he has love handles. If you look at Usyk, he kind of has these love handles because I think he's holding and packing too much weight. So that may be true. Usyk avoiding Parker. No, I don't think Usyk's avoiding Parker. I think Usyk wants that IBF belt back. That's what I think, honestly. I don't think he's avoiding Parker. That's what I think. Wilder will KO Usyk even though he nowhere near his prime. Styles make fights and Fury was juicing. Look at his body type. Yo, Kurt just jumped on watching fight on my other phone and you on this one. Tony Lyons, I can't even watch the fight. I'm in the US. I don't have the app. I don't have access to it. So the heavyweight division is up for grabs at this point. Kurt Usyk is slowing down. Them wars he had will get him eventually. Well, maybe. The question is, will it happen before he gets out of the sport? You know? Gangsta Stunner says, I'm better than Usyk. Okay. Frank and Fury don't want Parker to beat Usyk and shit on his legacy. No, I think exactly. I think the opposite. I think they want. That's why he's pushing for that Dubois fight, because he wants Dubois to fight and to avenge that loss, to get Usyk that loss, so Usyk won't be a problem no more. See, in boxing, you're only a problem if no one beats you. Okay, you stop becoming a problem the minute someone does. You see, the minute you get beat in boxing, the debate is over. You either got knocked out or you got stopped, this, that, unless it's controversy, unless it's like some Roy Jones Jr. type, Montel Griffith type stuff like that, where, controversy hit the dude and whatever. He didn't want to get up. He just laid down. You know what I mean? So, is that me? Hello? Yeah, I'm leaving today. Yeah, I'll be out in a minute. I don't think Usyk wanted to fight Parker, but at the same time, he want to punish Triple D at the same time for getting in the ring after Usyk beat Fury the second time, talking shite about revenge. I don't think he wanted to fight. I don't know. I don't really know at this point. I just know what will be in boxing. I mean, they can make these fights, but the beautiful thing about boxing is these fights don't go like people think they're ever going to go. That's the great thing. What we talking about? Boxing? Yeah, it's a boxing channel. Mama Lou, Skrilla, some people should shut up and give their mouth a chance. Some people should. You know, oh, ouch. Can we switch the topic? No, can't switch the topic. This is a boxing channel. So, thoughts on Fabio Wardley? Well, I want him to lose, and I like Fabio, but I want him to lose because I want him to lose because I want to see another fight. That's the only reason. Not because he's a bad fighter, not because I don't like him, not because he's British, any of that dumb stuff. No. I want him to lose because I want him to lose because I want to see Jarrell Miller fight Anthony Joshua. And I want it to be warranted. See, I want Jarrell Miller to earn the right to fight Joshua by beating someone, by winning. Errol Spencer, what happened to him? He got retired by Terrence Crawford a couple of years ago. That's what happened to Errol Spence. What about Deontay Wilder and talks about him fighting Francis? Money fight. Money fight, dude. And money talks. Usyk should fight Wilder, then retire. I mean, Wilder has 3 fights this year. He's doing his own thing. That's it. Happy Resurrection Day, Kurt. Bad man in the bushes. Yes, absolutely. Happy Resurrection Day.
Hey, gangster, you win with your change. The topic comment. Wilder is not the anymore. Wilder is not there anymore. Is that ayahuasca? Yeah. I got a good video to talk about Wilder, and I'm going to do it after this live stream. In fact, I'm about to do it right now. Kurt, isn't exciting that there is no clear number one at heavyweight division after Usyk retires or loses. Yeah, because then someone now has to show their dominance, and I love it. You know, and Usyk when he leaves, well, I mean, I won't miss Usyk because Usyk's done everything that he should do. So I mean, I don't miss Usyk. You know, what people will always mention Usyk now because people will talk about how good the next best fighter was compared to what Usyk used to do, just like they did with all the other heavyweights in the yesteryear. So that's what we're dealing with. So no, I'm not, you know, do I want him to leave? No, but Usyk, he's done what he's almost 40 years old. Exactly. Usyk has done it already. He's done it. He's done everything that he's supposed to do. He's the undisputed. Now he's the undisputed. Now he's the unified. Now he wants to be double undisputed. There is nothing else that he has to do. He was already undisputed cruiserweight. He's undefeated. I mean, I don't even think that really matters to him. I think the accolades matters more than the record. You never hear Alexander Usyk talk about his damn record, do you? Do you ever hear him talk about his record? Do you ever hear him say, "Oh, I have so many knockouts," or "I have so many wins," and "Oh, I've never been beaten"? You have never heard him mention that because it's not important to him. That's what makes him him. See, if he was worried about that, well, maybe there would be fights that he probably wouldn't have ever taken because of the fear of danger of losing those damn fights. You see what I'm saying? Kurt, what do you think about Sanchez versus Hrgovic fight? I'm going for Frank. I think Frank could outbox Hrgovic because Hrgovic's not that savvy. I think Frank is a better boxer than Hrgovic. And I don't know if Hrgovic has the punching power to succumb to that type of fight with Frank. So, yeah, I'm going for Sanchez. It's a Cuban thing, I guess. Then he's a friend of mine. Name your top 5 ever. I don't know, bro. Joe Louis, Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd. Yeah. Deontay Wilder knocking out a bunch of Ruby Tuesday waiters doesn't make him a knockout artist. It makes him a cherry picker. Well, yeah, they did that. He knocked a lot of them out, though, boy. He was knocking out cab drivers and damn cable men, and he was knocking them dudes out, boy. He was flatlining them. Bow! The dude go right back to, man, the dude hit me so hard, man. He hit me so hard. Yeah, he the champ, man. He the champ. Yeah, man. They gave me $6,500 to fight him, man. Bought my girl a car. Oh man, I mean, he even KO'd Tyson Fury even though he lost. Yeah, he knocked out Tyson Fury. Actually got stopped the first fight, man. That is fact, but it is what it is. What do you think about the next Michael Hunter? Is next for Michael Hunter. Just disappeared after ducking Phillip for the IBF. Michael, I like Michael. I think he's a good guy, but I think he did a bullshit move when he did that. When he turned down that money with Eddie, because I know he felt some type of way with the previous dealings with Eddie. See, one thing about I don't like a lot of people in the film industry either. I think a lot of people in the film industry are just full of shit. But that don't mean if they call you for some type of business opportunity, you can go tell them to fuck yourself. That's not how it works. You're an idiot if you do that. You see what I mean? And Michael did that. He fucked up. Okay, he made a mistake. He should have took that fight. He should have knocked out Philip Hrgovic or outboxed him or whatever the hell he was going to do with Philip, and then went on. Would you rank AJ at this point? Should he take tough fights or money fights? I think a little bit of both. I think AJ should take tough fights and money fights. AJ's chin might be shot though. Just keeping it real, it may be gone, bro. Because the way he got hit by the way he got hit by by Dubois, yeah, he wasn't even. They could have stopped it in the first. Because if you seen AJ's legs, that dude's legs wasn't up under him. What, he had another fucking aneurysm, or what, did he have, concussion or whatever? Did he have another one of those? No, he just got hit, and then he's a poor recoverer. You know, if Deontay won the first Fury fight, do you think things would have been different? Yeah, he would have been more obnoxious. Tyson Fury wouldn't have really been who Tyson Fury would have been. He wouldn't have had a following. A star was born when Tyson Fury, got off that canvas in the 12th round, and the referee allowed that fight to continue. He showed people that he could recover. He showed people that he was still in the fight, and he showed people who he really was after all the shit he went through. A star was born. Yeah. Even though he didn't walk away with the WBC, he could still claim that lineal title bullshit, right? I'm the lineal champion, right? So I don't know how, if Tyson got up. He doesn't know either. Call it divine intervention, an act of God. He'll tell you. He just woke up. His eyes just opened like shit, and then he got up. So what do you think about Tiger Darius? I don't know who that is. Loved AJ though. You not watching the undercard, Kurt? I can't watch the fight, Tony. I can't watch it. And Fury literally made millions from beating a hype job. Call it what it is. That hype job was a WBC heavyweight champion until he wasn't. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I will watch. I'm gonna try to find it somewhere. If so, I will go live. But this is the upset. I can't watch it. I can't view it with you guys because it's not on DAZN. It's on BT bullshit. Boxer. You know what I mean? Yeah, I need a Fire Stick. You know what? Fire Stick. Good point. Good point, Jose. Let me make some calls because it's on Sky Sports. I don't have Sky Sports, bro. I'm in America. So I'm gonna call my boy, see what he's doing, and we may be able to do the live there. Stay tuned. I will return, hopefully with a live stream, hopefully with the Whitaker versus Cameron 2 times. Until then, everybody's been counterpunched. Stay tuned, and you guys, I will be back. Peace.